Salud!
Salud! Hey, this video is to show you what me and my wife got up to with 4 days in San Pedro de Atacama. We were leaving Torres del Paine National Park in the south from Punta Arenas Airport, saying goodbye to the snow-capped peaks, going 3,000 kilometers north to one of the driest deserts in the world, the Atacama Desert. Arriving in Taclama Airport, there's plenty of transfer companies that will get you to San Pedro de Atacama in about 1 hour. They'll drop you straight out front of your accommodation. We stayed at Hostel Casa Flores, which is very nice. There's plenty of accommodation that you can check out. Once arriving, we headed into town, checked out the main square, before heading into Calle Caracoles, the main street in San Pedro, to check out what sort of tours were on offer. Hey guys, I'm just standing on Calle Caracoles, the main street in San Pedro de Atacama. It's got heaps of bars, restaurants, and of course lots of travel agents, so you can go and ask them all about the different tours you can do around and find out who's got the best deal. We have a fairly good idea from research of who we want to go with, but you can check out what we did and decide for yourself. We ended up booking a majority of our tours with Cosmo Andino Expeditions, and I can't recommend them enough. Amazing tour guides, food inclusions were great, and they went to all the best spots and spent a lot more time than other tour companies that we saw out on the road. They gave us some great advice. We wanted to check out some archaeological sites, and they told us where to go, hiring a bike, and we went to Pukara de Quitor, which is a ruin where the Incas actually defended their land from the Spanish unsuccessfully. You can explore the ruins, go up the top and get some amazing views of the surrounding area, and there's also some really cool caves to explore down the bottom. After exploring these really cool ruins, we headed back into town, got some lunch, and got ready for our first half-day tour to the Valle de Luna and Valle del Mars. We're just about to go to Valle de Luna, and I ordered a cafe latte, but I got a calafate instead, so may as well enjoy it. So our first tour was to the Valle de Luna and Valle del Mars, and as the name suggests, the landscapes of these valleys look like the surface of the moon and also the surface of Mars. This is the most popular trip when coming to San Pedro de Atacama. It's a good idea to wear lots of sunscreen, maybe get a gaiter from one of the local stores to protect your face from the dust, and definitely make sure you enjoy yourself running down the epic sand dunes.
Okay, vamos.
For the rest of the tour, we explored some really cool salt caves, and at the end of the day, we went to a really beautiful spot to watch the sunset. In between your tours in San Pedro, definitely check out the local restaurants, bars, and nightlife. And a word to the wise, if the menu says empanada muy grande, it's gonna be a really big empanada. The next day we did a full day tour to the salt flats of the Atacama, and we actually got the closest I've ever been to flamingos in the wild. And the rest of the day we actually explored the altiplano, seeing beautiful lakes, volcanoes, and all sorts of other interesting things. Our third day was an early start, getting up about 4 AM to go and check out the Tatio Geysers. These are about 4,500 meters above sea level, and up that high, the boiling point is only 85 degrees Celsius. This place is best observed early in the morning, hence the early start. And it'll be quite cold. It was about -7 degrees and we had all sorts of layers of clothing on.
Ahora sí, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 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 5, 4,
After a nice breakfast, we started heading back to San Pedro, stopping off to check out some local alpacas and llamas before giving the usual tourist spots a miss and walking alongside the river that leads into town, learning about the local flora and fauna and plants and cactuses, and also checking out some waterfalls and getting some slow motion shots. The last trip that we did in San Pedro was to Laguna Cejar, which is kind of like the Dead Sea in Egypt. It's got so much salt in it that you can easily float on the top of the water, and as you can see on my wife's face, it's quite fun. Lastly, we did a nice walk on a salt flat at dusk before enjoying a few pisco sours and snacks as the sun went down. Okay guys, so we're at the end of San Pedro de Atacama trip. Had a pretty awesome time, and we're just at Devon Quinche, enjoying a pisco sour, and we're heading to Valparaiso. Got to transfer to the airport at 5:30 in the morning. So, salud!